I'm going to teach you how to make Pateachoux, which is French for puff pastry. In France, Pateachoux is typically used to make cake, eclairs, cream puffs, or French donuts called beignets. To make the dish, you will need water, butter, sugar, salt, flour, and eggs. In a small saucepan, combine 250 milliliters of water with 88.74 milliliters of butter and 4.93 milliliters of sugar and salt. The fat from the butter is necessary to make the cream puffs tender. Too much fat will interfere with the gluten production and make the puffs collapse. This mixture must boil before adding any other ingredients because the heat will be necessary to swell the starch and the flour to be added. Once the mixture has reached a boil, add 163 grams of all-purpose flour. In the pastry, we want lots of protein, so do not use low-protein flour such as cake or pastry flour. The flour is going to provide the structure for the dish. The gluten will form stretchy webs that will trap and set air bubbles. It will also add support to make the pastry stand up when raw. All the flour must be added at once to the water mixture so that the starch absorbs the liquid, giving the dough its structure. When the flour is mixed in, leave it to set aside for 3 to 4 minutes. When the dough is cooled, you will want to mix it with 4 eggs plus 2 egg whites. When mixing in the eggs, make sure that each egg is completely combined with the dough before adding in another egg. Eggs are a leavening agent and the yolks add fat for a tender and light texture. The yolks also act as an emulsifier for a smooth and even texture in the finished product. Egg proteins add to the structure of the cream puff. You can use a hand mixer to beat the eggs since cooked dough doesn't easily accept the egg. Make sure each egg is thoroughly beaten into the dough and disappears before you add the next egg. It may seem like an egg will never be absorbed, but it will happen. Just keep beating. Most cream puff recipes call for whole eggs. You can substitute 2 egg whites for one of the yolks for a crispier puff, since egg whites don't add fat to the structure. Once the mixture is all combined, you will want to pour it into a pastry bag or a Ziploc bag. When all of the batter is in the bag, twist the bag until all of it goes to one end. Cut the tip off and put the bag in a comfortable position to make the pastries. Squeeze the bag and make a large lump at the bottom, push in and then out. This will form what is called the choux shape. Bake for 10 minutes at 218 degrees and another 10 minutes at 176 degrees. They need to bake at a high temperature for 10 minutes for the steam to form that will make the puff. After 20 minutes of baking, take the puffs out and immediately take a fork to stab each one of the puffs. This will allow the steam to escape, letting the inside dry out and stiffen the structure.